about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5. The city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a simple life. Tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5. Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time, in case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list. Girl, you can skip this funny business, 'cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life.
What is up, what is up, what is up, FSClub? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to, well, FarmCon Day 1. Hopefully you guys are ready for this. We got about 4 minutes of a countdown timer left, and then, well, we're going to be seeing, hopefully, the first video of seasons actually working in the game. But anyways, heists are working, but I will not be doing any timeouts during FarmCon, though. We can do them tonight. Remember, we're also going to be streaming tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am very excited. I've been waiting for this for months and months and months. I am also joined by Joe and Michael. So,
what's up?
Hello, guys.
Vote FarmCon for today, but I have a lot of... Yeah, I actually got approval from Giants that I could actually stream it on the channel. So, that's a good thing.
Nice.
And then also a publisher also got a hold of me and told me I could too. So,
oh, sweet.
Yeah. I guess they emailed me like 2 days. I just didn't see the email because I get a lot of spam email.
Yeah.
So I just was looking through my email and I was like, who's this John guy? And yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, but I'm actually going to put up the stream real quick. So hopefully this works. Yep, there we go. There it is right there. As you guys can see. We got about 3 minutes left. Woohoo! I don't have the music on right now, so I'm hopefully it's going to be in English.
I hope so.
If not, we're gonna
Get in here quick.
yeah, we're gonna need some translations. Do they got like a subtitle button somewhere? I'm hoping. Hey, Chance, how you doing, buddy? If not,
Hey,
we're
thanks.
just gonna have to guess what they're saying.
That would be
Oh, let's see. Actually,
We can
these
try
are
to put
everybody in the
translator on.
chat right now over there on Twitch. See if I know anybody over here. I don't do Twitch, so yeah. Oh, Witchy Bex, I know her.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see anybody else really though. Oh, 2 minutes left. So what are you guys hoping to see today?
Lots of stuff.
I'm hoping they just improved on seasons. They didn't just wipe out seasons.
I'm hoping so too.
Okay, let me put this thing back up again. See, I'm just hoping that it's going to be... It says English. See, right there. English.
Perfect.
So, yeah. I'm hoping they like made like two versions, you know that? One for like the English and then one for the German speaking. You don't
That's
know me,
what
but
I'm
I know
wondering.
you. You know me.
Not for me.
I know you.
Okay, this is actually going to be a weird kind of stream, you know that? We're actually going to sit back, relax, and watch a stream together instead of playing a game.
I know, right?
Just need the popcorn on you.
Do what?
You need the popcorn.
Yeah. What's the heist we'll be at today? 10,000. 10,000 is the limit. Chris said it's English and German since some of the staff only speaks German. Okay, FSC, when will we see FS22 gameplay? Now, FS22 gameplay will be tomorrow when we actually see gameplay, which I'm very excited about it. But today we're going to be seeing what? I believe seasons, the making of the cinematic trailer, and something else. I'm completely forgetting. I need to look over there. Joel, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the club, buddy. Oh, we got 40 seconds, guys. No, it's under downloads. Where is it at? I forget what we were looking for. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, the U.S. map, Elm Creek. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
they're going over a couple of other stuff.
Yes, nice to see Mac in the game, and a new brand has been announced. Demco. Demco is now in Farming Simulator. Oh, here we go. There's music. You guys can hear it, right?
We can, but they can.
Hopefully they can hear this.
Hello,
You're not feeling Twitch, you can't find it.
FarmCon 21.
We'll turn this up a little
I'm
bit.
here in our cozy studio again to lead you through the many
Hear
presentations,
us.
telling you more about the
They can hear
upcoming
it.
Farming Simulator 22 and more. This year, we will be streaming the event in a compact format over 3 days instead of one super long day. What we really miss is meeting you in person and talking with you.
Thank you,
about
Will
what
T,
you've
for the
just
$2.
seen Or any other burning questions you might have. So, on each of the 3 evenings, some of us will be available in special stage rooms
I want
on
that
our
truck
Discord
right there.
server during and after the show.
Tazzy, welcome to the
Enter URL
club.
below or scan the QR code with your phone. Don't worry, we show it more than once. If you watch us on Twitch, you should
Hey,
also
Santa.
keep an eye on
Hey,
the
Perrin.
chat because you will be able to
Looks
take part in
amazing.
several raffles and even win a code for Farming Simulator 22 on PC, plus vouchers for dedicated FS19 servers hosted and sponsored by Nitrado.
Please,
Yes,
dedicated
the Farming
servers for
Simulator is scheduled to
FS22
release on November
console. That would be
22nd.
nice, wouldn't
So
it?
before you ask,
Be able to rent
you
servers?
won't be able to download or even play the game with the code before it comes out.
Maybe
But
Farming Simulator.
the game download will unlock
That'd be
on release
awesome.
date. So, let's talk about
Thank you,
Farming
Perrin.
Simulator 22. It's our biggest and most ambitious farming simulator so far. The base game alone will already give you access to over 400 vehicles and tools. We have already announced seasonal changes, production chains, and 2 brand new maps plus an improved version of the popular Erlengrad map from the FS19 Alpine farming expansion.
Hey, Yankee.
In the next few hours and days, we will reveal a lot more. Farming Simulator 22
Hey,
will
Aggie.
also be our first game we have self-published. This is super exciting for us.
Oh, thank you,
because it
Zach.
means
Seriously
in
appreciate
addition
that, buddy.
To developing Farming Simulator 22, we are also taking care of more steps of the product's journey from us to you, the customer. To do this, we had to create an internal publishing unit, and we knew that we had to hire experienced people who have done this before. We've asked them to provide us with a super serious, high-budget cinematic documentary video to explain to everyone what they are doing. So let's have a look, shall we?
There we go.
Giant Software is now a publisher. But what does it mean? Let's take a look inside our publishing department. You see these people? Well, basically, those
Sweet.
guys and gals are responsible for making Farming Simulator available to you, the player. Whether you buy a box in the store or purchase it digitally, no external publisher necessary. Although bringing it to the stores is a much more complex undertaking, and that's how it works. Oh look, this friendly fella is Boris. He's the head of publishing at Giant Software. He oversees the whole publishing operation all over the world. When Boris receives an order from a distributor who wants to sell Farming Simulator, he gets very excited and tells Anna and Carlo. Haha, this joyful gal is Anna. She's excited about the order too, and will go on to get the production started right away. No time to lose. Anna will give the production order to the pressing plant. They
Yes,
produce
Marcia.
the disc containing our game. Meanwhile, Carlo tells them to do it diligently and quickly. Otherwise, Anna will not be so joyful anymore. Ain't nobody want that. Haha. Carlo is also responsible to oversee every step along the way of the whole
What am I
production
watching?
process. If something goes wrong, he finds solutions and talks to everyone. But for now, the pressing facility is excited too. Since Farming Simulator is a successful game all around the world, it's a big and important job. The game will now be produced. When the disc is ready and approved by us, it will be shipped to our distributors, who bring the game to the stores with success-fueled excitement. Wow! Now the retail stores are excited too, because Farming Simulator is a popular game, and stores like popular items. It's now on the shelf. This is a customer. Let's call him Bob. Guess who's excited to see Farming Simulator in the store?
Hi, Bob.
Right. It's Bob. Because he likes Farming Simulator or wants to get to know
Hey,
it.
Melissa.
Aren't new things exciting? Yeah, they are. Oh, maybe Bob has a son or daughter. That's even more people to excite with the joy
Robert,
of
welcome
virtual
to the
farming.
club.
In
Me
the
too,
end,
Will.
Everyone is
Why
happy.
is that, gamer?
Unless Bob is not and decides to go on social media. The end.
So, Boris, nice to talk to you. How are you?
Fine. Things that we are announcing, so for that reason, absolutely fine.
Okay, cool. So, why don't you introduce yourself again for our fans?
Sure. My name is Boris.
Hey, Joshua.
And I'm the head of publishing for Giant Software, and now with the company for more than 15 months. And it was an amazing ride.
So, you're with us for over a year now, and what have you learned since then?
I've learned how effective it can be to work with such a young, dedicated team. You start processes, and processes get done. It's crazy.
Tell us a little bit more about your team, like how did it get formed?
My team was formed through classic search and past collaboration. Carlo, for example, was a tip that was given to me. And with Carlo, we have the best possible product manager that we could get for Giants.
I'm very excited, Melissa.
I was working together with Anna for more
Hey,
than 10
FS
years.
Landscaping, how you doing?
And after I've convinced her to come to Giants, she really has taken the
Well, they're
professional
talking about
interphone
how
communication
basically
to a new
Giants is
level.
now going to be
What
self-publishing
have
their
you
own
achieved
game.
since then?
A lot.
So that
to be
means
honest.
a lot less
we could
restrictions.
establish ourselves as publishing partner together with Sony, Microsoft,
Danilo,
Nintendo,
welcome to the club.
Valve, Epic, all of the big ones. So really a lot. And what is even more necessary, We have also been able to integrate all processes which
Okay,
are
that's fine,
needed
Colton.
to bring out a proper product.
So I guess a lot of our fans want to know what exactly is beneficial for them that we now self-publish as a developer and a publisher, of course. So what would you say is the big benefit for our product now that we're a publisher too?
By working with a large number of
Yes, you can pre-order it
distributors,
now on consoles.
We have now the opportunity
PlayStation
to get
and Xbox.
much more direct contact
I already
from
pre-ordered
every
mine.
region in the world. For example, we've already been able to maximize the outcome of our communications in North and South America, getting more direct into the regions with getting in touch with
I don't know
the
yet.
influencers, and all of that stuff really helps a lot.
What would you say is the benefit for us as a company?
They're supposed to be
as
improving them,
Giant
Perrin.
Software to self-publish?
I think the most
Which would be nice if we actually hear more
important
information
reason why
on that
the owners
too.
of Giants made the decision to go self-publish.
Yes, Melissa, you can
is
pre-order
more direct
FS22 on
contact to
PC.
the
I actually have the
fans.
club's affiliate link in the
And,
description below.
With having this, I think we can record their wishes and opinions to make an even better game in future. And of course, another important point
Well, the
is
good thing,
to-
Cody, is if you're on
to
Xbox, you can actually
explore
pre-order now,
new
and they don't
regions
actually take the
like
money out until like
Asia
10 days
and others.
before it's released.
Okay,
Farmer
cool.
Dylan,
So-
welcome to the club.
When we are talking about new markets and of course various examples, what exactly will fans notice when we now self-publish the game?
They will find the product.
Not in this live stream, no,
quickly.
Sean.
I think this is the most important thing.
So more players will find the game in the shelves now. Can you give us some examples on where they
Keep
will
track of
find
new
the
subs
game?
during these live streams. Not
Eastern
many
Europe,
are. Oh, I am.
Southeast Asia, and Middle East. And this will naturally give us more fans and more fans to the farming simulator
I have like a
community.
little bit
And of
thing
course,
over here
will there
that's like
be
a mini
new
feed. Tells me when
languages
someone
supported in the future?
subscribes,
Yeah, we already
donates,
integrated,
sponsors.
the Nordic languages, for example, or
Oh, you're on
even
PS4?
Brazilian Portuguese.
Okay, guys, by the way, we
Make
just
the
hit
game
over
more
100
accessible
likes, so
to,
thank you. Let's try to get to
children not
200.
yet speaking
We have
English, of course.
197 people watching.
And as a conclusion of all this, of self-publishing, self-publishing means
Oh, I haven't heard anything
more
about that
fans
yet,
means
Melissa.
more feedback.
So
More
far
feedback
today, they just
means
announced Demco.
better games in the future.
That sounds good. Can you tell us already from a publishing side what will improve with Farming Simulator 22?
Yeah, of course. We have already been able to streamline our pre-order strategy, so to avoid all of the confusion of having different pre-order items, whatever. So we will only have one pre-order item, and you can receive it wherever
They're doing pretty
you
good.
pre-order your game digitally, or afterwards buy it physically. And this, I think, is a really good thing.
I'm
to
doing
avoid
pretty
all
good,
of this
D-Max.
confusion.
Waiting to see some
can you tell us again
FS22
what
stuff.
the pre-order item will be?
Will be the class saddle track pack. So it's not only a tractor, but it's a machine which comes with many different attachments.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
And now we get back to Martin showing you more of FarmCon.
So that's self-publishing. We are super excited and can't wait for the 22nd of November and release Farming Simulator 22 worldwide. Speaking of worldwide, let me tell you about the Farming Simulator Ambassadors Network. Our community team
Me too,
works
FS
together with
Landscaping.
ambassadors across the world.
Well, they did
to
add
get
production,
feedback
so that's going to be
from
something
as
really
many
big.
regions as possible. We asked some of them to introduce themselves and tell us a bit about their Farming Simulator experience. Let's start with Bruno from France.
Bonjour, c'est Bruno d'Universimu. Vous me connaissez plus sous le nom de Simulagri-Modding. Je suis vraiment très fier aujourd'hui de représenter la France, de représenter Farming Simulator en France via le réseau ambassadeur. Merci Giant Software pour cette opportunité. Vous êtes nombreux à m'envoyer des messages chaque jour via Discord, Facebook ou Twitter, via nos réseaux sociaux pour bien sûr de faire vos doléances et je les remonte ensuite à Giant Software. Vous avez vu le résultat, aujourd'hui on a la vigne, une culture emblématique de la France qui arrive sur Farming Simulator 22. J'espère qu'à l'occasion de cette FarmCon on aura d'autres annonces. Moi personnellement, voilà, j'attends un petit peu plus de l'élevage sur Farming Simulator 22 et notamment de l'élevage de chevaux. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses toi? T'en dis quoi? Bon lui il n'est pas très bavard, peut-être que dans Farming Simulator 22 les chevaux seront un petit peu plus bavards. Hein mon coco? Allez, je vous souhaite une bonne FarmCon et je vous dis à très bientôt. Ciao tout le monde.
Thank you, Bruno. So back to Farming Simulator 22.
I don't know these
A month
words.
ago, on the 22nd of June, we did have another exciting moment though. The release of the Farming Simulator 22 cinematic trailer. It shows the passion and hard work farmers proudly
Hey
dedicate
King,
to
how
the
you doing?
job. Such a trailer is hard work though. Already towards the end of last year, we internally discussed the direction we want to take with the trailer and started looking for a partner to realize that vision. With Capsule Studios from Paris, we found this partner. And every time I got a weekly status update with the latest version, I got super excited.
Do you know the brands right now? I don't
So
know
let's
all the
have a
brands
look
right now.
at how it all came to life. Let's go to Paris and check the archives. But first, let's watch the trailer one more time.
You're cutting in and out really bad. Oh, here's the trailer again.
Man once said, to forget how to dig the soil.
Think about 2 hours,
the
crazy.
Is to forget ourselves.
So I believe, like 2 hours or an hour. Well, we're about to find out though, aren't we?
But a few of us still know. You got to be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool breeze can dance across your skin. But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours, yeah.
Just remember to
Oh,
keep
well,
your
they
wits
already
about
announced
you.
Max, so that's a big one right there. Hey, Odie.
You fall, you get back up again. Because this is more than just a job. It's a calling. Who else would choose to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day, and then
Hey,
spend
Gray,
the
how you doing, buddy?
learning how they're gonna do
Okay,
it
guys, we're at
all over again
131
later,
likes.
tomorrow.
We only need, what, 69 more likes till we hit that 200. Hey, Anna. Yeah, look at that Kinsey planner right there. So happy we're getting Kinsey planners.
Season after season.
John Deere X9. There's the Mac right there.
That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far
I know a little
forward
bit
and
about
back
it.
from us as
I don't
long as
know
farmers
how
have
it's going to
been
work
tending
with
this
Farming
earth.
Simulator, though. There we go.
And farmers will be around
Orchards.
as long as such a thing
Well, vineyards.
exists.
Sorry, vineyards. Grapes,
Always
olives.
secured by those willing to dirty their hands today. So when you feel alone out there in the field,
So I wonder what that means. If that could mean something.
you're not.
Did I see the new W200 series? Of course I did. Polycount gave me an early copy, and I've been streaming it all the past week.
Think about all those that have come before you.
Beautiful
And
fent.
all those that'll follow.
Need to start using more fent in the game. I'm waiting for Julian's fent that's about to be coming out soon. She said we're her.
Merci beaucoup Martin.
Thank you very much.
Bonjour à tous, je suis Stéphane Montel, cofondateur de Capsule Studio. Capsule est un studio d'animation basé à Paris, en France, et nous réalisons principalement des trailers et des cinématiques pour l'industrie du jeu vidéo. Ces derniers mois, nous avons eu l'occasion de collaborer avec Giant sur la réalisation du trailer pour Farming Simulator 22. Et toute l'équipe de Capsule est ravie d'avoir aujourd'hui l'occasion de vous présenter les coulisses de fabrication de ce trailer.
This is kind of cool. Gonna see behind the scenes. They did a good job on that cinematic trailer, though.
Début 2021, nous avons commencé à discuter avec Giant de l'histoire du trailer. L'objectif n'était pas seulement de montrer les améliorations du prochain jeu, mais aussi de réussir à transmettre les émotions qui animent la communauté de joueurs. Pour beaucoup d'entre eux, l'agriculture est une véritable passion et Farming Simulator est le jeu qui respecte et capture cet engagement. Au regard des intentions, il était clair que nous devions imaginer une histoire avant tout humaine. Une histoire qui parle de tradition, mais aussi de transmission entre les générations. D'un côté, nous avons le personnage de Jacob. C'est un agriculteur d'âge mûr qui doit en quelque sorte représenter la sagesse du fermier expérimenté. Et d'un autre côté, nous avons le personnage de Sophia qui représente une nouvelle génération de fermiers, peut-être plus décontractée et moderne dans son attitude, mais tout aussi engagée. À partir de là, nous avons commencé
Hey,
à
Joanna.
traduire nos idées sous la forme d'un
Yeah, that
storyboard.
Kinsey does look pretty good.
Les enseignes que nous avons imaginées.
See, I'm wondering if we're gonna have like that level of
contrastent
like
les approches très
customization with the
différentes
characters in the
véhiculées
game
par nos deux
instead of
personnages.
just picking a
Au
hat
final,
and
révéler
vest and
qu'il
all that.
s'agit d'une histoire de famille.
We need a lot more
l'histoire d'un père
customization.
et de sa fille et de leur passion commune pour l'agriculture. Avec l'équipe de Giants, nous avons eu beaucoup de discussions pour trouver le juste équilibre dans le ton de chaque personnage. Par exemple, Sophia, au début du film, a une attitude peut-être très décontractée vis-à-vis de ses responsabilités. Mais il était important de trouver le juste milieu, de ne pas tomber dans le ridicule pour pouvoir par la suite faire évoluer son personnage et montrer son...
Hey, Gaming Farmer, how you doing?
Le storyboard est vraiment la première brique d'un long processus de fabrication. À partir de là, une foule d'artistes vont collaborer ensemble pour donner vie à un film entièrement en animation 3D.
I will be like that. I'm gonna go eat. I'll hop back in the
Bonjour à tous,
Ouais.
je suis Alice Ruquier, caractère TD à Capsule Studio.
Alright, see you guys in a
Créer
bit.
un personnage en 3D en mesure d'être animé est un véritable travail d'orfèvre. C'est une tâche qui réunit une multitude
Hey,
de
Sam.
talents et de défis techniques et artistiques. Dès le départ, nous avons pris le parti de baser notre travail sur des sources de véritables humains. À l'image d'un vrai film, nous avons
So that's
organisé
the
un
girl right
casting
there?
afin de choisir l'actrice et l'acteur
That's
qui
the guy.
incarneraient le mieux les personnages du trailer. Notre choix s'est très vite arrêté sur Anaïs Parello et Dominique Gould. Cet acteur et cette actrice professionnelle avaient toutes les qualités possibles pour incarner au mieux la voix, le mouvement, mais aussi le visage de Jacob et Sophia. La première étape a été de scanner Anaïs et Dominique. Cette étape
'Cause they're
consiste
French.
à prendre en photo sous tous les angles le modèle afin de reconstituer la texture et les formes de son visage. Cette base de travail est ensuite
That's up to
fournie à
you,
l'équipe
D-Max.
de caractère artiste
No,
qui
I
va
don't
la
like the Chiefs
peaufiner
at
et
all.
l'adapter aux besoins du trailer.
That's completely up to you,
Cela
D-Max. It
consiste
adds a
notamment
lot of new
dans
stuff
le
to it.
travail des
But it
textures
will
et des
require a new
particularités
save.
qui vont donner le réalisme à la matière des personnages. En suivant les designs, il faut également créer les coupes de cheveux des personnages, qui ne sont pas nécessairement celles de nos acteurs. Il faut également créer les vêtements et les accessoires qui seront portés dans le trailer. Enfin, l'équipe de caractère TD va créer le squelette des personnages en 3D.
No.
Le squelette en 3D, c'est
Oh, yeah,
l'armature
you're talking about
invisible
the,
qui va
uh,
permettre de manipuler
European
et
map?
d'animer le personnage. Elle va également permettre de
I'm guessing
récupérer
either like
toutes les
France or
informations de
Italy or something
mouvements
like
qui
that.
seront
Something to do with like
issues du tournage
grapes.
de motion capture. Pendant toute une journée, chaque scène est jouée en studio. Les acteurs portent une combinaison spéciale qui permet à une multitude de caméras infrarouges de capturer leurs mouvements sur le plateau. Cela demande de faire preuve de beaucoup d'imagination pour rentrer dans la peau des personnages puisque le décor est extrêmement minimaliste. Donc les acteurs doivent se projeter dans ce qui ressemble plus à une pièce de théâtre sans costume. À partir des meilleures prises, on récupère le mouvement des corps qui va ensuite être reprojeté sur le squelette de nos personnages en 3D. Commence alors l'étape de prévisualisation.
Yeah, I heard about that, Glenn.
C'est une étape
It
qui
works fine
consiste
for
à
me.
créer
I have
une
no problem
maquette
with
3D
it.
du film qui va se concentrer sur les aspects de la mise en scène. Le cadrage des personnages dans les plans, les mouvements de caméra ou encore le montage. Tout ce travail est ensuite fourni à l'équipe d'animation qui va peaufiner et l'adapter en fonction des besoins du trailer. Pour chaque plan, tous les éléments animés vont être retravaillés et peaufinés afin de rester
It is a pretty
réalistes
good map,
tout
Donnie.
en respectant les intentions artistiques de l'histoire du trailer. Enfin, l'animation faciale des personnages est elle aussi issue du tournage de motion capture. Les expressions des acteurs ont été filmées et ensuite reprojetées sur les modèles 3D de Sophia et Jacob.
Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall, you get back up again.
Because this is more than just a job. It's a calling.
À ce stade, la création des personnages et
They did an
l'animation
amazing
est déjà
job with
bien
that
établie,
trailer.
et plus d'une douzaine de métiers différents ont déjà collaboré ensemble. Mais ce n'est qu'un pan de la production. En parallèle, d'autres équipes sont en train de s'occuper de la création des décors,
Yes,
des
the update
éclairages
is really
et du
good.
rendu des images qui vont constituer le trailer.
The new train brings more life into the map.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Sami Sefadj, je suis environnement lighting artist chez Capsule Studio. Quand on pense à Farming Simulator, on pense très vite aux tracteurs. Beaucoup de tracteurs. Les discussions avec Giants ont été très importantes sur le choix des véhicules afin de nous aider à apporter de la cohérence aux actions de nos personnages. Giants nous a donc guidés pour rendre les tracteurs et
Benjamin.
les modules aussi authentiques que possible. Cela passe par le traitement fidèle de chaque accessoire, couleur, texture et de tous les mécanismes en mouvement. Nous savons que le moindre détail est important pour la communauté des joueurs de Farming Simulator. Et au final, ces véhicules sont devenus de véritables personnages à part
That's what I've been
entière
saying
de
in
notre
FS
trailer.
Landscaping.
À travers ces véhicules,
Hey, how you doing, Bart?
nous découvrons
There's a
un
big
ensemble
difference between
de
17 and
décors
19
inspirés
with
du
the
reste
mods.
des États-Unis. Le travail de
Haven't
création
heard
de
anything
décors
yet, Donnie.
3D est avant tout un
I'm
travail
hoping.
d'observation.
I know it's
À partir
cross-gen.
de références réelles, les artistes en charge des environnements vont créer une première base de décors.
Oh yeah,
qu'ils vont
Yankee.
complexifier petit à petit.
This is who
en
they need to
ajoutant
hire for,
divers
you know, every
niveaux
single
de
one of their
détails,
trailers.
tels que les végétations, les objets et divers éléments architecturaux. À ce stade du film, chaque scène comporte les personnages, les véhicules et les décors. Tous ces éléments sont animés afin de raconter l'histoire du trailer. L'équipe de FX Artists peut alors intervenir afin de créer les différents effets tels que la poussière, la fumée et les particules. Chaque effet est simulé physiquement afin d'être le plus réaliste possible. C'est une étape très importante
Me too.
afin de se rendre compte de l'influence
Very
des
excited
éléments
about
animés
FS22.
sur leur environnement.
There's the Kinsey planner.
En parallèle, l'équipe des environnements artistes poursuit son travail sur l'éclairage de chaque plan du film.
It's just
L'objectif
begun,
est de
what,
rester
23
réaliste,
minutes
tout en
ago?
ne
So
négligeant
far,
pas
they've showed
l'aspect cinématographique
this
et
and also
artistique
the
du trailer.
publishing.
Chaque
About
séquence
them
a
being
donc
their own
son propre
publisher now.
éclairage, sa propre couleur,
That's about
afin
it, really.
d'accompagner la
They haven't showed
narration.
really anything on
Par
FS22
exemple,
besides this
l'hiver est
trailer.
marqué par des tons froids, alors que l'été est beaucoup plus chaud et lumineux. La lumière a donc une double fonction, celle d'illustrer le passage du temps.
I'm
entre
just
les
hoping that
séquences,
seasons
mais
like
également
has this kind of
d'appuyer les
lighting,
émotions
even
exprimées
on
par le trailer.
consoles.
Après l'étape d'éclairage,
Thank
il
you,
faut
Victor.
calculer chaque image qui constitue le trailer. Chaque seconde d'animation
Because for
nécessite
some reason,
25 images.
like seasons
Et
with
chaque
me
image
on, like say,
met
like
entre
console,
2 heures et
it
24
looks
heures
dark
pour être
to me
calculé.
compared to mainly
Toutes
whenever
ces
you play on
images sont
PC.
ensuite assemblées pour
Hope they
former
improve on that.
l'intégralité du film.
See, you don't see that kind of lighting.
On vient alors apporter les dernières finitions avec l'étalonnage des couleurs. C'est l'aboutissement de l'aspect visuel du trailer.
Pour terminer cette visite dans les coulisses de fabrication, il faut aussi faire mention du travail
Gamer
audio,
Goon, welcome
car
to the
l'image doit
club.
être, convaincante, mais aussi le son.
Hey William, how you doing, buddy? Okay, guys, we're at
Nous a partagé des
166
bandes de son très
likes.
réalistes pour
We
le
need
montage de
200.
chaque
Well, we
véhicule.
have 266 people watching, so make sure you hit that thumbs up button, guys.
Et la musique a été composée spécialement pour le trailer.
Yeah,
Elle
the
vient
music.
subtilement renforcer
Good thing about the
le
music,
caractère
it's
particulier de
uncopyrighted.
chaque personnage. Pour les séquences de Jacob, par exemple, on utilise principalement des riffs de guitare classique, alors que dans les passages sur Sophia, on utilise plutôt des sons électroniques.
Well, we already see, but well, some new features. We got productions,
Ces
which
deux
is going to be
thèmes viennent
huge,
s'assembler
mainly on
progressivement dans le
consoles.
trailer, se renforcer jusqu'à la conclusion du film.
Plus new brands, Kinsey, Mac is coming. Well, Kinsey planters, I should say, because we did have Kinsey
Au final,
on
un tel projet aura fait collaborer
FS19
une
just
trentaine de
as augers,
personnes
though.
pendant 4 mois de travail intensif. C'est un véritable travail d'équipe entre Giants, Capsule et tous les différents intervenants.
Thank you, gamer.
Quand vous mettez autant d'efforts dans une création, que ce soit un jeu ou un trailer, vous le faites dans l'espoir qu'il rencontre son public, qu'il fasse rêver les gens, et lire les messages très positifs de la communauté nous a apporté énormément de satisfaction. Voilà, nous espérons que ce court voyage dans les coulisses de fabrication de ce trailer vous a plu, et merci beaucoup d'avoir répondu à l'appel de Farming
Yes, I will be
Simulator
live tonight again tonight, guys.
We really enjoyed working on this.
That's not
trailer.
bad.
Let us know how you liked it in the chat or on the official Farming Simulator Discord server. Up next is a topic I'm always very excited about. It's also always the first.
I don't
tough
know, Jim
decision
Bob.
I have to
I'm
make
hoping that
when
would be
playing a
nice.
new Farming
Or we can
Simulator.
actually have different save
Which map
slots.
do I play?
Not just, you know, a map just
Farming Simulator
saved to
2
that
will
slot.
come with 3 beautiful maps in total.
That way, if you mess
The
up or
popular
whatever, you can
Alpine
go
map
back.
Stalingrad
That'd be
is
nice.
making its return, and together with the 2 new detail-oriented environments, it will not be easy to decide where to begin. Today, we will introduce you to one of the new maps. We travel to the Midwest in the United States, and somewhere there, we will find our fictional town called Elm Creek. The
Yes, there'll be
person who
slots on
currently
it.
spent the most time in Elm Creek is Florian Busse, and he will tell you now what farmers
Here
will
we
find
go.
there.
Here's Elm Creek.
Isn't that right, Florian?
Or maybe just talking about it.
I work as a senior level designer at Giants, and I'm responsible for the visual and structural look of the US map for FS22. Needless to say, I have spent countless hours in Elm Creek. At Giant Software, we have specialists in 3D modeling.
That
texturing,
looks a lot
effects,
better.
audio, and more. Not to mention the game designers and programmers who then implement their vision in the game. Creating a map for Farming Simulator is a team effort. As Martin mentioned, Elm Creek is inspired by the American Midwest. We did some in-depth research when creating this map. In general, the US Midwest has a completely flat landscape, so it was difficult to find a region suitable for 2 times 2 kilometers. Just providing a flat rectangle would not be enough for us.
Look at that water tower, Elm
First we had to
Creek.
take a closer look at the landscape. After a while, we understood the diversity of the terrain.
See, all these fields aren't square either, so that's a plus.
Rivers and
Oh, did you see the HUD? I did not. Oh, there's the HUD. Look at the HUD.
Eventually, we created
That HUD looks so much better
within the authentic flat landscape.
Show us more.
The most obvious difference compared to Ravenport in FS19, we have a flat landscape with no coastline. Instead, for example, Elm Creek has a hidden canyon with a cave, which contains rocks that we embedded seamlessly into the landscape. In the flat area, we also work with slight increases and decreases in elevation. So you can drive under our railroad line, which goes straight through the land with its underpasses. And you can even drive over it when you come across the railroad bridge. Elm Creek features several bridges due to various rivers and streams that run throughout the map. However, the rivers are not deep and can also easily be crossed with a vehicle, so you won't feel restricted in your movement. This gives us the opportunity to add the necessary visual dynamics to the map, which should give it a subtle attraction through constant variation, rather than on a 2 times 2 kilometer flat plain, where interest is quickly lost. The focus of Elm Creek is on vast areas of farmland. There's no real town this time. We're actually more on the edges of town. There's a gas station, various small businesses, residential areas, and even a few slices of Americana, with a baseball stadium and bowling center. Dealing with a large draw distance presents a challenge to us. We have to make sure that buildings can be easily hidden in the distance. We need to reduce the number of objects to a minimum in order to be able to offer you a good frame rate, so that you can also play the game as smoothly as possible. Many buildings are visible over a long distance, so we can't just fade them out. With medium distance, we have the same problem with all objects and props that need a high distance visibility.
Potatoes look good.
This increases the number of generally visible objects enormously. We try to break the lines of sight with trees to allow clipping distances, that is, the imperceptible fade out of so many objects. There are other ways to reduce the amount of visual objects. If you just put trees in the center or use trees to hide stuff, it also increases the number of transparent areas, because the branches and leaves of the trees are created by so-called alpha planes. That is, they are not 3D modeled, but 2D drawings with transparent backgrounds.
Yeah, did you guys see that up there too? It actually said August. Yeah, there's actually months in the game now for seasons.
They also have quite a few polygons. After all, we want to present you with decent vegetation. That's the design challenge. We want to provide you a game that features great graphics, but also smooth performance. To solve this, there are various technical remedies, and each remedy has its own side effects. The art is now to apply the right remedy and to balance side effects in a way that we get a stable and high frame rate. Our programmers and technical artists do a fantastic job and guarantee you a smooth experience. In contrast to the farm layout of FS19, we decided to place the farm in the middle of the map so that the player can spread out to all sides and have all the possibilities to create their own unique farm.
It's got a fire department.
To do this, we reduced the number of additional decorative buildings in the farm area and decided to make the buildings open and accessible. This way, you have more space for your own buildings without those that you don't need getting in your way. Both the garage and barn interiors feature multiple levels. You can drive into the buildings and store your vehicles there. The barn can also be used as a storage room for pallets, big bags, or other items you need for farm operations. Forklifts and other small vehicles will fit through most of the doors. The fields may seem small at the beginning of your career on Elm Creek and FS22, but remember, in the beginning, players don't have much money, and the bigger the field, the higher the costs. In total, there are 81 predefined fields on Elm Creek, more than we've had before, but we still have the larger fields typical for the region. Experienced players with the appropriate equipment will find these larger fields to be a great addition to their farming business. And as always,
yes, Mr. Crazy
you will have
Thomas.
the ability to merge or create fields at your own discretion. Use a plow with Create Fields enabled and use your imagination to create your own unique landscape in Elm Creek. If you look at the map, you will notice that many various field shapes exist. Some have rounded off edges, some are shaped completely differently. This is to provide a more authentic alignment with the infrastructure and a believable embedding. As in the Alpine map, we offer undefined areas with complete organic shapes. The player has to discover them on their own, as they are not predefined and do not have a number on the minimap.
That's different.
The tutorial fields at the beginning are rectangular.
No.
So each player has the opportunity to save time and enjoy a comfortable start in the game. When you decide to invest more time in the game, the challenge increases. You'll have to be more efficient and do some additional things. You'll have to cut trees, combine fields, and adjust the field shape so that the helpers are of good help to you. You determine the best way for your farm to be efficient. If you explore the map and go to its corners, you will see farms that you can use in multiplayer mode. They have the same layout concept as the starter farm, with small fields in close proximity.
I love how this looks. Look at that gravel on there.
An ideal starting area with opportunities to expand later.
That gravel looks so much better, doesn't it?
You can, of course, build your own farms any way you wish, on any land that you own on the map. We wanted to achieve more complexity in the architecture in FS22, more details and layers, so that everything becomes more believable and authentic. Think about the vehicles that are also getting more detailed.
Yes, this is a base game map.
Both of those things have to grow together now. The world has to become more detailed, just like the vehicles. That's enough shop talk. Now, I'd like to show you some very special places in Elm Creek that are my personal favorites.
This looks so good. You see when that creek thing right there? I'm hoping that like whenever your tractor goes down in it, it actually splashes up. The water looks good. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something like that, big dog. Dude's beard.
Thank you.
It looked good. I'm now more excited.
Start my Farming Simulator 22 on Elm Creek now. That said, we still have to show you the other new map, and well, we'll save it for later. We want to show you a lot at FarmCon, but we also want to keep some gems for the future. Something we did already announce in our very first announcement for Farming Simulator 22
Doing pretty good,
were
Greg.
the seasonal changes. As much as it might be nice to have an endless summer like before, having alternating seasons and crop calendars adds more realism, but also complexity. We've thought about this a lot.
Seasons.
How do we edit but also keep it fun for players who don't want to be told when they can or cannot do something? We think that we found a good solution, which will enhance the gameplay for everyone.
Oh, come on.
Jos, your turn.
Show us seasons.
Thanks, Martin, for having me. I'm Jos, and I'm gameplay developer at Giants. I'll tell you something about the seasonal cycles in Farming Simulator 22. The seasonal cycles in Farming Simulator 22 bring a whole new level of gameplay. First, we have spring. In spring, the trees have vibrant colors and the brand new year starts. Then we have summer, where the plants mature and the trees darken. Afterwards, we get autumn with its darken the colors and red and brown trees, depending on the tree type. And in the end, we have winter, where all the leaves fall from the trees and you get snow. A year is divided into 12 months. Every month is one day in the game.
Look at that, they even put like covers on that. You see that?
This way, season can range from half an hour of game time up to a whole weekend. The biggest change in gameplay that comes with the seasonal cycles is the new crop calendar. The crop calendar
there it is right there. Look at that.
Plant barley or must stay with cotton. For example, the barley is a winter barley in our game, so you can only plant it in the autumn and it will grow until ripe summer. This way, throughout the year, you have to decide whether you can plant something or you cannot. This adds a whole new level of gameplay and mechanics to the crop system. But there is more. Because of the varying times of harvest for each crop, you also get varying prices during the year. This way, it is not the best method to sell directly after harvesting. You should store your product and sell it a year after to get better prices. In the winter, we have snow, which you can remove with the snowplows to keep your yard clean. Also, grass does not grow in the winter, so if you have animals, you have to make sure you get enough food for them before the winter starts. If you don't like removing snow in the winter, or you don't have animals, you can choose to skip a whole day ahead, or even more than one day, to keep the pace to your game. There have been a lot of challenges in implementing this feature into the base game.
Did you just say you can skip days now?
From the Seasons mod that this feature would be very popular, but a lot of people, they prefer freedom of planting whenever or harvesting whenever they want. That's why we wanted to find a middle ground that worked for every player in a wide player base. We also made changes to the game engine to add better performance to our new growth system. Adding toggles to our game adds complexity due to the possible scenarios that we have to test and balance. We also added new changes to our game engine to add more performant growth and more reliable growth. We also updated our maps to take full advantage of the new changes with the seasons. We added snowmen, we added snow on roofs, and we added many items that depend on
snow looks 3D.
Season. We hope you have fun with our new snowman. Mod makers can also adjust their mods to the new system. Map makers, for example, can add objects to the game that are only visible in the summer, for example a barbecue. They can also define exactly where snow falls and does not fall, and when the lights turn on and off. With the new environment tab in the editor, it is also possible to change the light intensity based on the season. With the new environment tab, it is also possible to control when objects are visible and are not visible, much easier than before. On top of all this, map makers can define where their map is located in the world. They can do this by adjusting the location in the world and adding a new weather and crop calendar. This way, you can define that in the south of the world, your sugarcane grows much faster than in the north. It is also possible to add new integrations into the seasonal cycles for your mods. And we hope to see a lot of new gameplay features being added based on the time of the year. I'm interested to hear what you think about these new features. And if you have questions, you can ask them in the upcoming
Wish
Q&A.
there was more announced though for it. Didn't tell everything yet. I do like the way the HUD and everything looks.
I like summer, but I'm looking forward to snow in Farming Simulator 22. If you'd like to have a chat with Jos and other Giants folks, then join our Discord server, where
That'd
we
be
will
nice,
be
man.
available during and after the show. On there, you will also find discussions about the Farming Simulator League. In the FSL, teamwork, coordination,
FSL's
and
coming to
precision
console.
are
Come
needed
on.
to take home the victory when the teams fight for a prize pool of 250,000 euros in the current Season 3. I bet we see some really exciting matches in the next tournament, which will take place this weekend. Our next ambassador is actually a part of Bednar's FSL team. Let me introduce you to Jose from Czech Republic.
Zdravíme FarmCon! Jmenuji se Jose, jsem streamer a youtuber. Zároveň jsem součástí týmu FSClub Bednar. Giant mi dal pár minut, abych vám řekl pár slov. Tímto jim chci
Yeah, that's a
poděkovat.
plus, gamer cat.
Měli možnost vytvořit českou komunitu, která je úžasná. A pomalu se zapojuje do vytváření módů pro Farming Simulator. Jsem rád, že mě komunita v tomto podporuje. Bez vás by to nebylo ono. A nakonec chci poděkovat veškeré komunitě Farming Simulator, že vůbec existuje. A jsem rád, že jsem její součástí. Takže se mějte krásně. Ahoj.
Coordination and precision. Precision and farming. Precision farming. This transition was almost too easy. Back in 2020, we've announced our partnership with EIT Food and John Deere to develop a precision farming mod together. Your feedback
you missed
was
seeing the new
astonishing,
HUD.
and we are glad to say that we
And
will
also seeing a lot of
continue
Elm
working
Creek.
on it, and we're happy to announce precision farming will return in Farming Simulator 22. But for those of you who are perhaps unfamiliar with precision farming and what it adds to Farming Simulator, let's start with a quick summary of the project.
To start taking samples of your soil, you'll need two things: the John Deere Gainer and the Iceria Scout. With the sampler, we can find out on which types of soil your
Yep, the only
crops
bad
are
thing
growing
is what I've heard is that
Let's
Precision is
take a
not
look
going
at
to
the
be out
new
until
Precision
spring of
Farming tab
2022.
in the menu.
So we're going to be what?
There are 4 different kinds of soil.
December, January,
Loamy
February,
sand,
maybe about 4,
sandy
5,
loam,
6 months
loam,
from
and
actually being
silty
able
clay,
to use precision farming.
each offering a
I like
different
precision
level of
farming.
yield potential. They will become visualized
Let's put
on
a
the
poll
map
in here real
after
quick.
you've taken and analyzed the samples. The next step is to find out about your soil before you begin preparing the field. Samples are collected in the vessels at the bottom of the unit. Let's switch to the soil map.
There we
and
go.
Have a look at the
Okay, guys, make sure you guys do hit that like button. We're at 215 likes. We have 283 people watching.
You can see the
Let's try to get to
radius on the
300
minimap
before the
as
end of
well.
this.
This is the only indication for areas with samples taken. They're not analyzed yet. Since 1 or 2 samples won't give you enough data,
I'm doing pretty good,
cover
Victor.
as much of the field as possible. Have enough samples collected? Press Z. Depending on the difficulty, the price of analyzing the samples
Z
will
on
vary.
console.
When you get the lab results back, you'll see the soil
So
properties.
yeah, I want
on
to hear
the
some
soil
more stuff
map.
about, you know, console. I
Now
want to
you
hear the
have
slot
the data.
counts. I want to hear what else?
Not only are there 4 different
well, definitely
soil
slot
types,
counts.
you
See if
also
we're going
have
to be
take
upping the
into account
mods.
different pH
Maybe the mod
levels
storage
and
space.
the content of nitrogen when
The
improving
new
your
gen
yield.
upgrades. I want to know what those
you can
are.
increase your pH levels by liming the fields.
The reason I don't use precision
The
farming
most
is because it takes
prominent
forever on
addition in
big
the
fields.
UI
Oh,
is
basically
the
the
line
scanning. Yes,
application
that would be
bar.
nice too. Getting the precision
While the
farming
red mark
add-on.
shows you the current pH
We have it
level,
on
the
PC
tiny
where you just
flag
basically.
indicates which pH
Wow.
By
Jeez.
pressing the comma button, you can activate
That was
or
loud.
deactivate the automatic application rate of lime.
Hey Austin, how you doing, buddy?
Choose automatic mode, the pH value will be increased dynamically up to
Like
the
I was
optimal
saying,
value.
they need a button where it can just you
Each
pay
soil
for it
type
to
has
be
a different
soil
optimal
sampled
value.
automatically.
You can see the
It's the main thing I
liming
use.
results
Yeah, me
on the
too.
pH map.
Precision farming and
You
seasons,
now
good
need to
add
provide
on.
the crops with
Irrigation would be
nutrients
nice.
by getting the nitrogen levels up. Depending on the crop you want to sow, use slurry or manure first. These help to reduce the application rate and costs
Oh, they don't
for
work with
mineral
it? Wow.
fertilizer later. After sowing the crop, you can adjust the nitrogen level to the crop target value with mineral fertilizer.
Why would I hide you from the channel?
While liming and fertilizing, you'll see the rising values live on the minimap. After the usual field work, including the removal of weeds, the crops will soon be ready for harvesting. But that's not all. Precision farming is about collecting data and statistics too. Here, you'll see everything that has happened so far. How many soil samples you took per field and how much it cost, and how much lime and fertilizer was applied. Depending on how many fields are in your possession, you might be using the AI helper. His route can now be optimized with the help of the GPS signal provided by an RTK station. There are 2 different RTK stations
That
to
does not
choose
help
from.
the helper at all, really.
After placing the RTK station on your farm, the helper will work more efficiently, meaning you'll save seeds, lime, fertilizer, fuel, and in the end, money.
Is this the PDA for Elm Creek? No. I don't think they've showed the PDA yet.
We've invited Dr.
No root
Thomas
crops.
Engel from John Deere to tell us more about the plans. I'll hand over to my colleague
Ooh,
Stefan
some
Maurus,
plans for
who is
precision
also deeply
farming.
involved in the
Okay, we
project.
know about what sensors. They were talking about sensors. I think that's about it.
Welcome to this interview. My name is Stefan Maurus, as he already told you, and I'm a gameplay programmer here at Shine Software. And now it's all about the precision farming DLC. Some of you might know this already, but this DLC was not only developed by us, it was also developed with some others. And one of them is John Deere. And this leads us to our special guest today. It's Dr. Thomas Engel from John Deere.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here and talk about precision farming. My name is Thomas Engel. I'm also a farm boy. I grew up on a farm. I studied agricultural sciences in München, Weinstefan, and then I stayed there as assistant professor, and that was in the 90s. And at that time, we had already our first precision farming project. Nobody talked outside the university about that, and we did already use GPS at that time. And after that, I joined in '97. I joined class and introduced the first precision farming products into the market, yield mapping especially. And then in 2000, I joined Deere. So I'm now 21 years with John Deere. And I was first responsible for the development of precision farming products.
That'd be nice
and then
too,
I had
Will.
the overall responsibility for precision farming in Europe till 2015.
Hey, Gamer Josh, how you doing, buddy?
And since then, I'm manager technology innovation strategy, looking further ahead. What are the next important technologies in future we should work on, and also working with universities, with students, working with startups, and but most of the time it's all related to precision farming. So precision farming is more or less the area where I'm in since 30 years.
That's pretty interesting that precision farming is more than 20 years old and not just a thing that came up a few years ago. That's also new to me. Can you tell us a little bit about the project? How did it came up and what was your role in that project?
I think precision farming, like I said, is quite old, but the adoption at the farmers level is still not where it should be. And also a lot of
I'm doing pretty good, Gamer Josh.
outside agriculture have no clue about that. That's why we thought a project or a DLC for the precision farming simulator could be quite interesting. And then another thing came, and that is called EIT Food. So EIT Food is a big consortium, and John Deere is a member of that consortium. So first of all, EIT, what is EIT? EIT is the European Institute for Innovation and Technology, located in Budapest in Hungary. And these EIT, they give EU
Happy early
money
birthday, Gamer Josh.
for different funding areas, and they initiated so-called KICs, knowledge and innovation communities.
Sorry, guys, if I'm
with
not talking
partners
too
from
much, it's
industry,
because,
from
well, I want to
universities,
listen to this, and I'm pretty sure you guys also want to
RTOs
listen
like
to this too.
Fraunhofer in Germany. So typically these KICs are 50 to 100 partner companies.
I've never
and
seen that, Jim.
universities for a specific
Never
area.
ever.
And one area is EIT Food, so the food chain, starting with primary production on the farm level up to the consumer.
And
the idea
ICs,
is just
and I don't know yet, Greg.
Improve overall the knowledge about food.
Oh, yeah, I love it already.
How it's produced, but also changing nutrition habits of consumers. And so we thought this sounds an opportunity to get funding for that, because precision farming, people should know more about that. They should know more about it, and that's why we applied for a project there with several partners. And yes, it was accepted, and so we started that project last year, and finally got, as a result, a DLC.
Yeah, so it's also, in my opinion, really important to tell the people that farming is, a lot more than we tell in the game. In our game, most of the things are really simplified to make the game enjoyable, and so it's fun playing it, and also the
they
precision farming
did show some
DSC aims
videos
also
from
for that
FS22
fun.
and
So it's
seasons
also
from
a bit
FS22.
simplified, but
That
yeah,
was
tells
earlier.
the people that it's more than a simple process that farmers are doing out there.
Yeah, I think what our goal of the project was really, first of all, telling people what is precision farming and what is the difference to traditional farming. Traditionally, a farmer, he has a field and he grows one crop, sugar beets or wheat, and does on the whole field everywhere the same. But we know from the early days of precision farming, when we had the first yield mapping, so a sensor on the combine
yet,
that
John.
measures yield, that we have a huge
I don't know,
variety. We
Landon.
have areas of the field where the yield is double as high as other areas. And the reason is either soil differences, landscape plays a role. On top of a hill, you typically have less water, and water is running off. In the valley, do you have enough or more than enough water? So typically, you have a lot of yield differences, and so we think you need to therefore do a variable rate application.
True, Jim.
like we
I'm
call
just
it.
hoping that they don't
So-
ruin it
and-
at all.
And that's
Because
how
Realmus
it
did an
all-
amazing job with
let's
the
say all
mod.
these ideas came together. We say we need to when we have a high yield.
So far, it
and we
looks
do just,
good.
let's say the
So
average
far.
fertilization.
I mean,
then
they got the
eventually
calendar
we
down. They
haven't
got,
applied
you
enough
know,
fertilizer. If we
seasonal
have a
stuff
low
that pops
yield,
up.
We have applied too much, and that's bad
The
for
lighting
the environment.
looks pretty good.
And so that nitrate will go to the groundwater. And so therefore, I think we need to change that. And with that, we also think we can, on the top yield areas, we still can increase yield, and we can improve quality of the crop, and it is good for the environment. So overall, a win-win situation for the farmer, for the
Ooh.
customer, because
Hey,
he gets a higher
also,
quality product.
Derp
and
has
also for
just
the environment.
informed me of something that
Yeah,
he
that
noticed
was
on
also
the
a new thing to
on the
me,
video
so,
of Elm Creek.
yeah.
Okay,
That
you ready
if
for
you-
this,
if you
Joe?
get lower yield, you
Yeah,
have
listen.
to apply.
Okay, you know the help menu
less
that's always on the
fertilizer.
side,
I mean,
right?
I thought it would be
That tells you
have
your
lower
control
yield, you apply
buttons,
more
right?
fertilizer, and then you have
Yeah.
more yield in
Well,
general,
one of the
so
control
you
buttons
match the
actually
field.
said
But
Open
it's-
AI
exactly the
menu.
opposite. So that was also new to me as a developer of the game. So
Yeah, I think it depends.
What could
So
that
if
mean?
If the low yield is related to sandy soil with less
Maybe you
water
actually have like a
capacity, etc.,
worker menu now,
then you need to
where you actually have to,
reduce.
where maybe you have to
There
pay
could
your
be other
workers or
reasons like
hire them or
compaction
anything.
or
That'd be
Like
any other
that'd be
reasons,
something
but normally
nice.
it's the
I
soil.
spectate
And
Anthony.
therefore, I
Welcome
think
to the club.
Soil, to have the soil maps is key for precision farming.
the general image
Yeah,
of
you'll be going back to the
farmers
stream
is,
later.
yeah, let's say not
Do
the
what?
best, but it
But
seems
you'll be
like
going back to look at it on the stream later.
Oh,
more
yeah.
than most of the people
Well,
think.
I'll
Yeah, I
probably be
think that's
taking pictures and
image
stuff
problem
of
that
stuff or whatever, and I'll be
farming has, was
probably
one
putting
of the
in my
reasons
like a wrap
why
up
we
video and
applied
all that
for
stuff.
Project, because in that project, one of the
Yeah,
goals
that's
is
the only thing I
to
can think of.
raise
I don't know what that could
awareness,
mean. I want them to
how
explain some
food
more
is
of it.
produced, and also
Thing is, we still got like what about
improve,
5 months until
knowledge,
the game comes out.
about-
Well, we have
about
let's see,
food
July,
production. People think
August, September, October.
farming
Oh, actually 4 months.
50
Sorry, 4
years
months.
ago, the small family-owned farm with a few cows and a few pigs and everything, that was the perfect farming. But first of all, nobody could, with that size of farming, produce the food as for that low price where it is at the moment. So, and on the other hand, we know that we have really, with modern
Yeah, it's going to be a
farming
long 4 months,
technology,
exactly.
this is much better for the environment. And like I said before, less nitrate leaching to the groundwater.
Derb's
One of the
posting
reasons
everything
why
on.
we
Hey
have
guys, if you guys
too
want to
much
see
nitrogen in the
screenshots of some of the
groundwater
stuff
is
in case you
traditional
missed it,
farming that we
look
treat
at the
whole
club
field
on
the same.
Facebook. We have
And
screenshots
therefore you
actually
have
posted
surplus
of the new
nitrogen in
HUD,
some
the
areas,
the new
and that goes to the
seasons
groundwater.
menu, the crop
Modern
crop
farming
calendar, and
is
everything.
much better and is much
Here, I'll
more
actually hold on. Let me.
than
I'll post the
previous,
club up in the
previous
chat.
farming.
So in case you guys want to
And,
join us on there, if you're
Therefore,
not,
I think it's important that I know that. I don't think we need to turn the clock backwards like it was 50 years ago. No, we need to ensure.
Okay, there you go, right
that
there, guys.
more
There is the
precision
club
farming
on
technologies
Facebook.
Are adopted by the
Make sure you
farmers.
do hit that like
That's
button
why
and
we
follow
say,
us on
okay,
Facebook.
we
We
want
post
to
a lot of
first
news
all,
on there too. But I will also be making a video about all this stuff, probably Friday, Saturday.
About precision farming.
A huge video, just everything we find out about it.
Etc. But also some kids should know about that, and some are also multipliers in their families. So modern farming and precision farming is good for the environment and produces high quality food.
Okay, I just mentioned that to Derp or whatever, talking about maybe employees, right? He mentioned maybe it's something else, which that would be big, wouldn't it?
Audience.
What he mentioned it could be is maybe courseplay style AI, maybe a courseplay menu.
It's also important that everybody.
That would be huge if courseplay came to consoles.
Goal is more than just.
I love Elm Creek. Elm Creek looks so much better than Ravenport.
Part of our higher purpose.
Hey, Kale.
Principles, and one of the principles.
Yes, I will be playing. I'll be actually doing my regular live stream at 7 p.m. just like I always do, guys.
As for nature, so we are ever.
We'll get more information today. We'll get more information tomorrow. We'll get more information Friday, and then of course until the release.
So
they're not gonna tell us every single thing like on FarmCon.
We think how can.
But the big things will be talked about at FarmCon though.
That's really interesting that it's not that's a lot more than just great tractors in John Deere. So in the project there were also other parties involved, like you said, universities already.
I don't know what map we're going to be doing. Here, hold on.
Yeah,
you know what?
These projects,
these are the maps that I've been thinking about. Okay, I'll put a poll up. You guys can do it.
You have partners from several countries, from several areas, and so in that case, we said, okay, we need education. We need also universities involved. So I think we looked for partners and found partners. That's one is the University of Hohenheim, located close to Stuttgart. One of the largest universities for agriculture in Germany. Then we
that'd be nice too, Andrew. But that would be like a whole big old thing, you know, aging and all that kind of stuff, stamina, energy, food, drinking. That'd be definitely a simulator then.
Such a module in a game. How could we implement the ideas of precision farming in a game? So that
I want to know what the future plans of our precision farming.
That's one thing. Then we have Grupo AN.
I'm not getting any more work done today.
Spain. So we also have covered.
Is it November 22nd yet?
They are a big cooperative and they have more than 30,000 farmers as members. So they delivered also. We had sessions with young farmers there. They also
no TV, but FSClub and FarmCon then.
Into that.
Like the kid in the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Since
Buffalo
year,
Soldier 10, welcome to the club.
Project, which just started. We also have the Institute for Animal Reproduction and Food Research from the Polish Academy of Sciences. So with that, we cover also.
Well, while they're talking, okay, I'm also going to mention this to you guys. Hopefully you guys do agree with me that we are actually going to be switching everything on this channel over to console. So we're going to be doing all Farming Simulator on console, but we will be doing some PC stuff, but that's mostly like different kind of games. Like I believe this Sunday, I think we're going to be doing some Euro Truck Simulator.
Southern, but also in Eastern Europe, so that we have a good,
I think we're going back to, showcasing mods on consoles, doing the FS Daily News all about console news.
To implement that or to develop that module or that DLC. And that was clear.
Is there a class tracker?
We needed to work with you guys.
I haven't heard anything about it.
I think Giants is definitely the most advanced.
I'm doing pretty good, Kale.
In that farming simulator world. And
I know next week, me, Joe, and all of us, we're going to be doing also some Flight Simulator on console too.
There was no question.
You ready for that, Joe?
Luckily, we were able to convince you to work with us.
I've been thinking, okay, Joe.
And we are.
They have this flight stick, right? It's only like $80. I'm thinking about getting it.
Of last year.
It actually comes with like the flight stick and a throttle.
I think it is a great.
Something like the steering wheel.
Yeah, almost like a steering wheel.
It was a really good cooperation.
I figured it'd be better than using a controller.
Together, and it helped us really well to develop this mod and also.
How long till I play FS? About 5 hours.
Yeah, to help us to make it as realistic as possible. For example, like the nitrogen values.
I love precision farming. It adds a lot more to it.
The reality. So
what are they going to be doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is they're talking about Giants Engine
module.
They're talking about gameplay.
We've implemented.
And what else are they talking about?
I think.
Production change tomorrow.
we need to understand that all what we do when we do.
By the way, guys, we're at 265 likes. We are only 35 likes away from 300. Come on, guys, we can hit that 300.
GNSS, we need global navigation satellite systems like GPS, but nowadays we also use GLONASS, the Russian system. We use Galileo with our receivers, and with that we can locate the machine with an accuracy of 2 centimeters in the field. And so we said with that, with so-called RTK base stations, we want to do that so that everybody understands. With that, we can steer the machine automatically, very accurate, without any overlap. So we added.
Hey Joe, I'm doing a little bit poll in there, right?
Then, like I said, at the
Lonoke's winning.
We need to understand what the difference is in the field.
Which that's actually a good thing, because the good thing about Lone Oak, it is low on slot counts. I think like 500 and something.
Lone Oak wins, you said you'd cut down the tree.
Yeah. And we got to keep Sam away from the tree.
And then you get a nice map.
We know how he is.
The different soil types. And based on the soil types, you also get values.
This is going to be such a long 4 months.
Value of the soil and also the nitrogen content of the soil. And based on that, then you start working in the field. Clearly, you need to seed first, but before that, typically you apply lime, and lime to compensate for the.
I'll go leave FS alone.
So
yes, leave it alone.
Needs a specific pH value.
This is so boring.
Because let's say when you have.
Oh, they're talking about precision farming.
It should be.
I don't know why they're talking about precision farming.
When you have
well,
soil,
they could talk about the future plans for precision farming.
A higher pH value.
Yes, you can pre-order FS22. If you're on PC, guys, the club's affiliate link is in the description. If you guys want to pre-order on Xbox and PlayStation, it is in their stores. But there is no premium version, which is kind of weird. There's no premium version. There is no season pass, nothing like that.
You can then bring it to the.
Can I fast forward time 2000 for the next 4 months? That sounds good. The only problem is I don't like growing old that fast.
Two areas. You have organic fertilizer, which you can apply this. You still apply.
I can't stay. I want to play right now. That's fine.
You can change in the field.
I'm staying because I don't want to miss anything. Because if they start talking about the future plans for precision and all that, and showing clips or videos or anything of it, I want to see.
Just organic fertilizer, we do everywhere the same, and then we do the rest with a mineral fertilizer that could be granular or could be fluid fertilizer, and then you just.
I hope there's going to be season pass.
To the level where it should be for that area in the field. So this is our fertilizing.
But to me, I think Giants lost a lot of money from that season pass.
For the nature, for the environment.
Because remember, with season pass for consoles, they were only planning on three.
And then during harvest,
3 DLCs, and how many came out? Like
yield map, and you see the
6, 7, 8, or 9 DLCs that they didn't plan. They also didn't plan it going for next year.
Started 25.
I'll talk to you later, Andrew.
That you have this yield map and understand how much variance you have in the field. And then finally, when you have done variable rate applications, you also have different types of costs. You have a different income level with different yields, and you have different.
By the way,
costs.
guys, we're only 22 likes away from 300.
Economic analysis about.
Thank you, Victor.
What you have, how much money you made on your field.
Download the update earlier. Well, I heard that it doesn't work on some Xboxes. So, well, the roads don't work again. He messed up the shaders. He has already put the update into Giants, so it shouldn't take too long to come out.
To reach that yield, because
see
in
his plants
you don't have any information.
Round,
you just
not flat.
See that you have.
Oh, you mean more 3D?
Like, one tipper full of wheat, but nothing more. And now you see directly on the field.
That's just once released. FS19 was terrible. Oh yeah, I remember FS19.
List of costs.
I mean,
so it was
both
also,
FS19 and FS17 were because
general,
the game is made for mods.
Really good about
the modders what makes Farming Simulator, like the popularity of it.
Almost 1 million downloads, so that's really impressive.
That's great.
Yeah, and also the feedback in the forums.
He said 1 million downloads.
Social media channels.
I have 2 of those
really
downloads.
Good. And they're also looking forward to the second module that may come. Can we tell them a little bit about what we plan to do?
Yeah, I think we just started to work on that or further define that second module. We applied again with EIT Food for another year of funding, and we just recently got approval for that. So it's great that we can further work on that. And we already decided that it doesn't make any sense to make that second module for the Farming Simulator 19. So it will be based on the Farming Simulator 22. So that is probably the first information or the first decision that already is made. And then on a high level, we already also decided what additional features we want to add.
Tell us.
On a high level, we can say we also looked into the feedback from the community.
Irrigation.
So before we really started to talk about new features, we analyzed the feedback from the players, from the gamers. We analyzed, we presented it again to students, to young farmers. We discussed it at the
John Deere
academia level with the professors at the universities, etc. And after all that feedback, we made a priority list. What should we and could we do as a next step? Because there are a lot of ideas, but you cannot do everything. So I think one of the feedbacks was this taking soil samples is nice, but it's so time consuming. And for some, it just takes too long. So we said that definitely we have to add an option that you can somehow purchase a soil map from a lab or from a service provider who can then does the soil sampling for you, and you get the map at the end. Another area which is very important and which is also, I think, for a lot of people a very sensitive area especially not for the farming level, and we want to also there spread the message what is possible, is weed control. Weeds need to be controlled because otherwise they take away light, nutrients, water from the crops, and therefore the yield goes down, and we cannot afford that we have lower yields because we need to feed the population. So we need to do something against it. And one thing which is highly discussed at the moment is that herbicides are bad. You shouldn't use herbicides because, like glyphosate, is with all these discussions around could eventually create cancer, etc. So people don't like that farmers are using herbicides. So weed control is important. So what could we do? We could do also mechanical weeding, for example, and not using herbicides, and that's also possible nowadays. I think we would like, from the John Deere side, add a feature called See and Spray, that you have cameras on the spray boom, and the cameras detect weeds, and only where weeds are, then the sprayer sprays, and all the rest is not sprayed.
Wow, are they going to try to do that?
We have done research. In some areas, you can reduce the amount of herbicides by 90%. So the impact on the environment is huge. And also,
that dude's trying not to smile too at this. You see that?
Which is good not only for the farmers but also for the community. And then the third area is again related to sustainable farming, making farming more sustainable, is still further define nitrogen fertilization, because we do it at the moment. We spray mineral fertilizer or spread that, and but based on the yield potential, and that is good. It's already an improvement, but nitrogen is very dynamic. So in the soil you have the mineralization of organic matter. So the soil delivers nitrogen. That depends on temperatures, on water, on a lot of factors. So just taking the soil into account is not enough. So we need to also have a sensor that looks on the crop. So when you drive over the field, you have the crop, and then when you with a sensor, you can measure the nutrient status of that crop, and then directly during driving over, change the amount of nitrogen. That's one thing. And also manure, slurry manure is also it's not really homogeneous. So also there you can add sensors, so high-tech sensors, near-infrared sensors, to measure the nutrient content and adjust that. So these are a few things where we think we are worthwhile to look deeper into that and to figure out how could that be implemented in an easy and fun way, and but also to show, again, sustainability is the most important thing, to improve our image, and also not only the image, but to really do something good for the environment, and not reducing just yields, because when you just say we are not allowed to spread the fertilizer, or we need to reduce it by 20%, then the yield goes down, and how could we then feed the growing population? So we need to ensure, even with lower and less nitrogen, that we reach the same or even higher yields. And we think these are the most important things for the future.
That sounds really promising, and I'm really looking forward to the second year of this project. Yeah, thank you for being
that sounds
here
really
with us
good.
in our studio.
Talking about a lot of stuff.
It was a really interesting talk. I hope you out there enjoyed it as well.
That's supposed to be coming out spring of 2022, guys.
Last words from your side?
Yeah, I think it was a pleasure.
Yes, we are 8 likes away from 300.
And we are really looking forward. We are excited that we now can further work on you, also on the Farming Simulator 22, and bring new features, more exciting features. And I think the cooperation so far was fantastic. And
oh wow,
we
Donovan!
are looking forward to build on that and to make an even greater product.
Thank you, Thomas, for being here. And yeah, let's get back to the FarmCon.
Okay, so that looks good.
Isn't this great news? Precision farming will also come as a downloadable mod for Farming Simulator 22 after launch. And just in case you forgot, the game will launch on November 22nd this year on PC, Mac, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, as well as Xbox One and Stadia. You can already pre-order digitally or at retail. Depending on your region, the game boxes will have a different tractor on the front.
When is the collector's edition coming out?
Speaking of boxes, let's not forget about our collector's edition,
which
comes with a working USB beacon light. You plug it in, and when you activate the beacon lights within Farming Simulator 22, they start to light up. And
only
they stop
PC though.
When you deactivate
I wish that
them
could be
in
for
the game
console.
again. How cool is that? We're coming towards the end of the first day of FarmCon 21, but don't leave yet. So, we have had a detailed look at Elm Creek and the seasonal
Show us
feature of
the European
Farming
map
Simulator
now.
22. We showed you what it means for you and us that we are self-publishing the game now. We've had an exciting
Thank you guys. We did hit 300 likes. That's amazing. I'm gonna give out FSC bucks tonight's stream then. As soon as we started, I'm gonna be giving out 300,000. So definitely be at the beginning, guys.
To our Discord server, where some of us will be available in
you know
special FarmCon rooms to answer
Here we go.
questions and have discussions with
Joe
you.
would talk in the chat real
However,
quick.
there's one catch. We cannot answer everything today yet, because we will have a great program for tomorrow's FarmCon 2. It's July 22nd after all, and we have reserved a lot of time for Stefan Maurus, Marius Hofmann, and Kenneth Burgess to show you a lot of
Let's see how fast the chat goes
both
now.
Big and small, as well as new features which will make it into Farming Simulator 22.
Still going pretty slow.
I'm really looking forward to this, because at every FarmCon I notice that often the smaller features which don't make it into the headlines are the ones that are super important for you. Thomas Brunner will also show you how the Giants Engine 9 powers the game, and will most likely throw around a lot of technical words I have never heard before, but which will make the game look great. At the end of the day, tomorrow, we will also spend some time answering a lot of questions we've gotten last few weeks in a special Q&A segment. So let's head over to Discord now and have a chat. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.
So there we go right there. There was the first day of FarmCon. So what do you guys think about it? I mean, a lot of good information right there. We've seen the new HUD, we've seen the new crop cycles, we've seen talked about a little bit about the precision farming that's going to be in there, seen Elm Creek, which that map looks amazing. Really good stuff. Let me actually put this on. There we go, right quick. Okay. So that right there, guys, was FarmCon 21 Day 1. That means tomorrow we'll be streaming exactly at the same time. Probably going to be lasting, what was it, an hour and 15 minutes? Tomorrow is supposed to be showing gameplay. It's supposed to be showing, Giants Engine 9, and then also the production chains. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that. Make sure if you guys did, you guys do hit that like button. Now, tonight's stream, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, will probably be on Lone Oak. So definitely join us for that. Have an amazing day, guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Ron, you missed everything. If you're only coming in now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited. Also, guys, remember, if you guys are interested in pre-ordering it on PC, I have the club's affiliate link in the description. Make sure you guys do check that out. Pogo, thank you for becoming a sponsor again. See you guys tonight. Bye, guys.
See you later, guys.
The city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time, in case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list. Girl, you can skip this funny business, cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that